What is up, guys? It's the NJB here, and today I'm just kind of like bringing a video on Real Madrid that I kind of wanted to talk about. So, first of all, Real Madrid won their game against Roma by 2-0 in the Champions League yesterday. So, it's a pretty good win. It's kind of interesting that Real Madrid are struggling in La Liga, but they can still do well in the Champions League, or it could be just against Italian teams because they did beat AC Milan in the summer. But I don't know. Yeah, that's a good win for Real Madrid. It's good to know that they can still do well in something this season. But personally, I don't expect them to go too far in the Champions League this time around. But anyway, the thing I wanted to talk about was Isco and the fact that he wasn't even in the squad for the Champions League. So first, we did hear that he was injured, but later we heard that it was because of a disciplinary thing. So apparently, he refused to shake hands with the manager, Solari, in the training room after their game against Eibar. So I guess he just wasn't happy about his playtime, and I guess he was frustrated at the coach. Also, we have heard that he doesn't, I think he's not putting in the effort during training. So we've heard it from other Real Madrid players. I mean, Marcelo's told, I believe he said something along the lines of suck it up or just work harder or whatever. But basically, he didn't mind that Isco wasn't in the squad. And we haven't really heard any complaints about any other Real Madrid players complaining about the coach or Isco. So I'm pretty sure this could just be something that, or a problem that's with Isco and his training habits. And this is pretty unfortunate to me because, in my opinion, I think Isco is one of Real Madrid's most important players right now. And if he's not going to get game time just because he's messing around or maybe has a problem with the manager, then that's going to hurt Real Madrid in the long run. Because Isco is pretty much the only player on Real Madrid's side that likes to take on players in the midfield, and he's pretty unpredictable when he plays. If you compare that to other players, at least in the midfield and forward lines, then they don't really do that. Gareth Bale doesn't take on that many players in matches like Ronaldo used to. The other midfielders don't do it either, like Modric, Kroos, Casemiro. These guys don't really take on players. They kind of just look for passes, and when space opens up, then they get the ball. And honestly, it's just because of that kind of lack of creativity that I'd say Madrid is struggling. If Isco's not there to play, and if he's not providing that just creativity and just taking on players in the game, then I think that's gonna hurt Real Madrid in the long run. On top of that, if he feels like he's not getting enough play time or he deserves more, and the coach isn't giving that to him, then he might just say he wants out, and I think that's gonna be a big problem for Real Madrid. So I don't know what's happening in Real Madrid, but I think that they really need to sort this problem out. And I just think that if Isco decides to leave, in the winter or even in the summer, then I know that all the big clubs will want to sign him. I mean, we've heard rumors about other teams like Man U and Juventus wanting to sign him in the past, but just when a team turns down so many offers, they kind of just stop offering. But if he becomes available again, or they sense that he's just not happy at Madrid, then that could happen. And seeing that Isco's pretty much won every trophy possible on Real Madrid, I don't see what else he would want to achieve there. I mean, if he gets to go to another team like Man U or let's say Juventus or just another team outside of Spain, then he could be guaranteed a starting spot because he's just that good of a midfielder. But we'll have to see how this pans out. Hopefully Isco can turn his attitude around because I do think it's really important to Real Madrid, but at the same time, I guess he does need to maintain professionality and keep working hard in training. And if the coaches feel like he's not doing it, because we have heard that before with previous coaches, and we have seen players get a bit frustrated with how he plays on the pitch. I remember there's a video of Modric probably a year or two ago. It's been a while, but there's a video of Modric just yelling at Isco to pass the ball when he was in the field. So I don't know. You have to see how this pans out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. This has been the NJB. I just wanted to talk about this. This wasn't a huge a big topic video, but I just kind of wanted to talk about one thing I saw happening at Madrid. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, mate.